Hey everybody, my name's Jason Brannon. Everybody knows me as Motor. This is my wife Danielle, and we're here been attending Life Chapel for a little over a year now. I want to give you a little backstory about our life. I'm 43. She's quite younger than me, but I've only attended 5 churches throughout my life. I started out really young and started attending churches, and this is my 5th one. Of course, one church was my first 13 years where I went with my parents, and one of the other churches I was hurt by, and I was actually out of church for over 10 years, and me and Danielle had got together, got married, had our little boy named Grayson, and life was well. All of a sudden, things started not being so well. Come to find out that 6 weeks after Grayson was born, he had a tumor. He had to have that surgically removed 6 months later. Danielle finds out that she's going to lose her colon, small intestine, because it was eaten up with precancer polyps. And that set us on a road of a lot of health issues. He put us on a path that finally brought us here to Life Chapel. Less than a year ago, or a little over a year ago, we moved here to Rainsville and was looking for a church.
One of my biggest concerns and prayers was finding that church where it was home again, where there was a good, wonderful children's ministry for Grayson to grow in, and to build our family and our marriage and our relationship with Grayson, just take us to the next level. And he just felt like this was a church that we needed to visit. It may not be our home, but we definitely needed to come here. And our first Sunday that we had moved over, we came and we walked in the doors, and it was
the
home.
Same experience that I had at Life Point Church. It was like God said, this is where I want you to be. Our churches have prayed over Grayson. He had to have another tumor resection at 3 years old because it had grown down into his carotid artery, and they couldn't get it because it was so close to his artery. Well, we went back to St. Jude's 3 months later.
A year later,
he had been prayed over. He had hands laid upon him, and Danielle as well, and so much prayer from different churches and different people that we had encountered. And St. Jude's comes in and says, we don't know how to explain this, but the tumor's gone. You know, that's something that was really amazing, that helped lead us on our path and lead us here, and we felt so comfortable when we come to Life Chapel. And you know, to have somebody sitting beside you during worship service and know that you're in pain, because I've had several neck injuries being as a firefighter, and to have a man sitting beside you reach out and start praying over you because he can see you're in pain, that's true brotherly love. If you're just wondering about church, or you've been hurt by church, or
you want to go to the next level. My concern with a new church and Grayson was him fitting in with the kids and just being newly moved over, not knowing anybody. And his first Sunday, he came and ran into the sanctuary, which we don't allow running, but he was so excited. He had made 9 new friends, and he was just ecstatic in telling us on and on and on about how great the children's ministry was. And the next Sunday, he came running to us and said, I made 7 new friends on top of the 9. I have 16 new friends, Mom. And that was just confirmation for us that we were home, because he was home.
The small groups, the different groups that we've had on Wednesday nights, and the men's group, 33, that we had once or every other Saturday, for men to come together and have a trustworthy circle that they can sit and talk about everyday problems with life, whether it be at home or at work or whatever. It builds that wisdom amongst us all, and there's so much that others can share through their experiences in life and have it in a small setting. And those have been really great for me, and I know y'all have the women's group that's probably like that as well.
It's a great time to build each other up, to go further into issues and topics that us women have, whether it deals with our spiritual side of things, or if it's just life in general, motherhood, being a wife, work, whatever. If you're going through something, there is somebody here that has gone through, if not the exact same thing, something extremely similar, and is able to help you through that and encourage you, and you not feel like you're alone in whatever you're going through. And it's been great.